2K Sports pregame.
Hey everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson, and trick-or-treating door-to-door with me tonight are Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Happy Halloween, everybody. It's very
trick-or-treat, give me something good to eat.
In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Philadelphia 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. Checking out the 76ers, they were swept by this team last season, losing all 3 games they played against them, so they'll be motivated tonight. And the ghouls and goblins are out as we're hosting here on Halloween night. Oh, that is very scary, Shaq. I see you decided not to dress for the occasion.
Well, when you're 7 feet and as sexy as I am, you don't need a costume. Plus, I took my kids trick-or-treating before I came here. Ernie, father duties.
Wow. I just remember the worst trick that I ever got in a bag.
Trick in a bag?
Trick-or-treat. Yeah, it was the worst
trick in the bag.
The worst trick in the bag I've ever got. I opened up the candy thinking it was going to be filled with all kinds of great things. I opened it up and worms were inside.
Oh, that's horrible. That's awesome. A horrible story.
That's awesome.
That's a terrible story.
It was horrible.
It's a very sad story.
It was hard. It was a trick in the bag.
What was your best costume?
My best costume probably when I was an adult. I came, me and my wife, Run DMC.
Oh.
I was Run. No, I was DMC. She was Run.
Yeah. How about you, Shaq? You never dress up for...
He's dressed for Halloween right now.
I'll give you a hint, Ernie. Oh.
What's that?
Chewbacca.
Oh. I didn't know that was Chewbacca's sound.
Oh.
I'm going trick-or-treating again this year as Ryan Gosling.
Oh.
Nice.
That'll do it for now. Thanks for tuning in. I don't need a costume.
You mean Ryan Giesling?
Let's meet the visiting team, the Chicago Bulls. At power forward, Bobby Portis. At the other forward position, Evan Turner. At point guard, Derrick Rose. At center, Pau Gasol. At the other guard position, Jimmy Butler. The head coach of the visiting team is Fred Hoiberg. Shooting guard at 6'6", number 20, Josh Richardson. At the small forward position, standing 6'8", number 8, Rudy Gay. The big man, standing 6'11", number 4, Nerlens Noel. The other forward position, at 7'3", number 35, Kristaps Porzingis. Starting at the other guard, 6 feet 1 inches, number 9, Rajon Rondo. The head coach of your home team is Greg.
We're wearing our costumes. We hope you are too. Happy Halloween as 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Philadelphia 76ers preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season. Well, you look at last year, they just could not find their footing, guys. Against this team, they dropped all 3 games during the season.
And here we go. The first in what will be a 3-game season series between the two teams.
Yeah, no splits here, partner. One team will have bragging rights, and the win tonight is the first step.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Pau Gasol is out there with Portis, and it's Turner in at the 3 spot.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Rose against Rondo. Outside Butler. Pass to Portis. It's tipped. It's Richardson on the wing. And Noel kicks to Rondo. It's Gay on the wing. Offline with his three. It with authority.
Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
I echo that. Ditto. I mean, you've got to do your work early to try to keep him out of the post. Fight him a little bit. Keep him away from that spot he wants.
Now here's Rose. 14 points from him the last game against Brooklyn.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe.
Here's Richardson after Pau Gasol's bucket. Porzingis passes to Noel, and that one's good. Noel's got his first bucket of the night.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And they double up Butler. And the wide open shot from Rose. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And it's 6 points for Derrick Rose.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at the basket from three-point range.
And he gets it to go.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And good on the basket. Book it. Gasol's got his second bucket of the night.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Richardson dishes to Noel. Gay with it. Butler covering. And the foul on Derrick Rose. And Philadelphia has possession. They trail by 1. 76ers moving the ball around. And slam dunk by Noel.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that, Clark, that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
Here's Rose. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Here's Turner. That's tipped. Noel with it. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. Can't get it to go.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's Turner. That one rolling around and rims out. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Embiid, he's checked in for Pau Gasol. Bulls have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Passes it to Turner. The 9-foot shot. Rebound by the 76ers. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
The 76ers lead. Hairston, the pass to Porzingis. Here's Kilpatrick. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
And let's check out the stats for Rondo. Last season's performance for him, 4th in assists, and he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And as you mentioned, I mean, dishing out dimes at a top 5 pace, he was in total command of the offense last season.
Noel's checked in for Philadelphia. Gill comes in for Rajon Rondo. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Bulls. Mirotic comes in for Evan Turner. Feeds to Noel. To the left side wing. Hairston. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Bulls have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Mirotic has a wide open look, and it's Noel with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Stolen by Rose.
2 minutes left in the first quarter.
1:58 left here in the opening quarter. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
The 3 from Hill, that's good.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Kilpatrick passes.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. And it's the 76ers with the ball. After Markieff Morris's miss, here's Noel, banked in off the glass. Noel's got 6.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And Embiid throws it down.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
And Noel kicks to Hairston, out to the right wing, and he was... camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Green, he's checked in for the 76ers. Doug McDermott comes in for Hairston. And the Bulls making a change also. Mozgov, he's checked in for Embiid. And Butler, here we go. And it's sent back by Hill. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. Here's Rose. 6 points for him. Double team on Rose. And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul. McDermott with a steal. Here's Kilpatrick. Mozgov covering. And here comes the break. Butler dishes to Morris. Rebounded by McDermott.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
With 2 seconds left. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. 76ers lead by 7. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark. Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA at this age.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
The court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Evan Turner is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Mozgov. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Mirotic in at the small forward position. The Bulls making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Outside Turner. Pass to Portis. Outside Turner. Down low. Knocked away. Outside Hill. Noel. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the 76ers?
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Shoots a fader. No good from Gasol.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And Mirotic kicks to Turner. And the rejection by Noel. And now Philadelphia on the break. Hill leading the charge.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here, and every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Mirotic. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. The dish to Noel. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Noel's got 7 points for the quarter.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
And Embiid with the block. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Some changes for Philadelphia. Rudy Gay's checked in for Brewer. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for George Hill. Noel passes to Porzingis. Right wing, the feed to Noel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 9.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Here's Mirotic. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Mirotic has got his first points in this one.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Noel, and the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Inside. And Embiid throws it down.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
The 76ers leading by 14. Back to Noel. Down low. It's deflected. Turner with the steal. And they're running. Here's Butler. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Kilpatrick. No good on the 3. Bulls trail by 12. Here's Mirotic. Rondo with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And finished off by Gay.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
And stolen by Gay. Fast break, Philadelphia. And Rondo gets it to go on the assist by Rudy Gay. And the 76ers lead by 16. Bulls have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10.
2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Dishes it to Mirotic. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score. Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. The Bulls also changing it up. Mozgov, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Markieff Morris comes in for Portis. And it's Rose in for Mirotic. And Green gets it to go.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots. And quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Here's Richardson. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
They get the rebound. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. Fourth, the Bulls.
A big part of their defense really revolved around their ability to block shots at the rim. It's so valuable to have that kind of backline protection. Allows you to be aggressive on the perimeter.
Timeout called, the 76ers.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to your own Sixers dancers.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Zinkus, he's checked in for Jermichael Green. Gay comes in for Doug McDermott. George Hill's checked in for Richardson. Rajon Rondo subbed in for J.J. Barea. Hill kicks to Rondo. Outside Hill. Fires for three. Rondo, no good. Bulls trail by 16. Here's Rose, and here they go. The shot by Turner, no good.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable. And you know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over. Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
The Bulls making a switch here. Gasol's checked in.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Bulls trail by 16. Now Rose. 6 points for him. To the inside. The kick outside to Butler. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And that's now 6 points for Butler.
Even double team. He had the vision to see the open man.
And Philadelphia calls time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And the first half is now in the books. Philadelphia ahead. They lead by 14. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what was clearly a one-sided first half of action. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They lead by 4. And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast.
Talk about a terrific game for Noel. He's got 17 points and 6 assists. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
And Clark, he's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and his D, it has been on point.
Rudy Gay is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Noel. And it's Richardson in a shooting guard. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. Gay dishes to Rondo. Got a piece of it. Turner with the steal. The 15-footer. It's hauled in by the 76ers. At one point, they led by 16. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Richardson kicks to Gay. He dishes it to Noel. And he overshot that one, missing. Bulls trail by 12. In transition, here come the Bulls. And the shot is good. And it's 6 points for Evan Turner.
Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
And Noel throws it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammer.
With the dunk like that.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Portis. Three-pointer, Butler. Can't get it to go. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. To the middle. It's intercepted. Richardson against Rose. Rose double-teamed. Portis, the pass to Turner. The wide open look for Gasol. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Richardson for 3. Good on the shot. Richardson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Timeout for the Bulls.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Some changes for Philadelphia. Jermichael Green comes in for Porzingis, and McDermott subbed in for Rudy Gay. Then for the Bulls, Joel Embiid comes in for Pau Gasol, and Mirotic subbed in for Evan Turner. Rose passes to Portis. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago, and the basket good. And it's 8 points for Butler.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And Green gets it to go.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
They get a hand on it. Butler with the steal. Here's Embiid. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up. You can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that.
Rose kicks to Butler. And the rejection by Noel.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Bulls trail by 15. Kicks it to Mirotic. There's the pick. No good from outside.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Noel dishes to Rondo. At the elbow, Green. Rondo passes to Richardson. 11 feet away. And Noel gets it to go on the assist by Richardson. 21 points for Nerlens Noel. Rose kicks to Mirotic. The pass to Portis. Double team on Rose. Here's Embiid, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Markieff Morris is checked in for the Bulls. Noel dishes to Brewer. Passes it to Green. It's stolen by Morris. In transition, here come the Bulls. Gay with the block.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And it's Noel missing. Bulls trail by 15. Rose passes to Butler. He feeds it to Morris. Fires the three. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Morris has got 5.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Feeds it to Noel. There's the pick. Gay outside. He kicks it to Noel. Gay dishes to Noel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Embiid with the steal. Rose attacking. Good work defensively by Gay.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. A moment here to see the stats for Butler. Last season's performance for him: 5th in steals, 13th in assists, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game. One of the league's premier offensive threats.
And as you pointed out, Greg, I mean, he was top 5 in steals last season. Just a lethal combination of great physical ability and mental preparation.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Inside, and stolen by Noel. Fast break, here they come. Kilpatrick passes to Noel. Green, off the left rim and out. Bulls trail by 14. Rose kicks to Butler, and that one is stuffed right through.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling. Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Kilpatrick passes to Noel. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
bringing it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Yes,
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
And the wide open shot from Morris. The kick outside to Butler. Here's Mozgov. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin. He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And now the 76ers on the break. Goes up. Oh!
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. 5 seconds left in the third. Butler with the steal. With 1 on the clock, the shot misses. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. 76ers lead by 12. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Get ready to... start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Here's Rose. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Rose is the 1 with Butler is the 2. Evan Turner is out there with Portis. And it's Gasol, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That'll be a 5-second call.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
Pass to Porzingis. Here's Barea. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Barea's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the 76ers. To the inside. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the 76ers.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
The shot. Porzingis can't hit.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And he trims the lead to single digits. That's 10 points for Derrick Rose.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Here's Gasol. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Back to Green. Can't hit. Good work defensively by Gasol. Bulls trail by 9. Butler goes in. The 11-footer. It's blocked, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. And the 76ers with some changes. Nerlens Noel checks in for JaMychal Green. Richardson comes in for Rudy Gay. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for J.J. Barea. Shots good by Turner.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
There's the dish to Noel. Richardson kicks to Noel. Here's Porzingis. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
The 76ers leading by 9. Out to the right wing. Noel passes to Porzingis. Another three for Philadelphia.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
To the middle. Here's Portis. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Noel. Whoa! Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely. Jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Baseline jumper. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Hill. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 14.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And stolen by Richardson. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. And Rajon Rondo the basket on the assist by Hill.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top. And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
The 76ers leading by 14.
Sean Kilpatrick.
Rose dishes to Butler. Pass to Portis. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Rose kicks to Gasol. They set the pick. Just 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Noel. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
Hill passes to Noel. Shoots from the baseline. The shot misses. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Here's Turner, and it's blocked. Here's Hill. Finished off the break. Hill's got 4 points in the quarter.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
To the middle. Here's Turner. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. And so here is Chicago. It's an 18-point game. Then Gasol with the dunk.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Noel dishes to Brewer. Kilpatrick passes to Hill. Here's Porzingis. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And the 76ers lead by 18.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And the 76ers call time here. They're leading by 16. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. And yes, sir, that one drops. That's 29 points for Nerlens Noel.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Butler on the way. The feed to Gasol. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Drains it from beyond the arc. Turner's got 5 points in the quarter.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Philadelphia.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
And that produced great fruit for them in transition.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Noel. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
The 76ers making a switch here. Hairston's checked in. Here's Holiday. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Gay. And Noel kicks to Hairston. Another miss by Philadelphia. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Holiday dishes to Mirotic, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're up by 13. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
And now that you can tell there's some bad blood here, they're just rubbing it in now by calling a timeout.
Yeah, there really isn't much for them to be talking about. This is rubbing it in and adding salt to the wound.
Gay passes to Noel. Here's Porzingis. Mozgov grabs the board. Down low, here's Holiday. Oh, that's blocked. They recover it. Here's Noel. Misses. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Nerlens Noel. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game. What'd you notice about his performance, Kenny?
Ernie, that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible way. I know there's 10 players on the court, but I only noticed one.
The job he did down low was fantastic. That's right, fat.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.